Show band, everybody. Folks, you know, tomorrow is a big election here in New York. It's the Democratic mayoral primary. And if history is any guide, the winner of that race will go on to become the next most hated New Yorker. Now, we don't talk about local races a lot here, but the race for mayor of New York City has national implication. Previous New York mayors, Rudy Giuliani, Michael Bloomberg, and Bill de Blasio, all ran for president. And our current mayor, Eric Adams, appears to be running for Prime Minister of Turkey. Okay, he'd be great. He'd be great. Spends a lot of time there. This year, there are 14 candidates, including State Senator Jessica Ramos, former Comptroller Scott Stringer, businessman Whitney Tilson, State Senator Zelnor Myrie, and the unfortunately named New York City Council Speaker Adrian Adams, who is in no way related to the deeply unpopular current New York Mayor Eric Adams. It's a tough break for her, but not as rough as it was for the independent candidate Adolph Jared from Subway Cosby. No relation. The frontrunner for most of this race has been former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who resigned in 2021 after being accused of multiple counts of sexual harassment, which explains his campaign slogan, Cuomo 2025, your hair smells real nice. Cuomo's lead in the polls has recently tightened over one of my guests tonight, State Assemblyman Zohran Mamdani. Now, Mamdani is a Democratic socialist who has promised to freeze rent and make buses free citywide. Sorry. New Yorkers know there's no such thing as a free ride. People come from all over the world to this city just to pay $3 to sit next to the mystery puddle. Slow. Before he got into politics, Mamdani used to moonlight as a rapper known as Mr. Cardamom. Of course, all the best rappers have seasoning-inspired names. Mr. Cardamom, Ice Spice, and of course, Old Dirty Nutmeg. Recently, Mamdani received the endorsement of Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Senator Bernie Sanders. I tell you folks, I like this young man. He reminds me of a young me. Progressive, charismatic, and he raps. I fight for the workers and I'm only getting louder. Gonna dunk your butt in a cup of corn chowder. Hey! Soup! My third. The race is getting gnarly. Mushroom volley. In third place is my other guest tonight, Comptroller Brad Lander, who recently made national headlines when he was manhandled and detained by masked federal agents simply for trying to accompany an immigrant out of a courtroom. That is shameful. Lander is New York City's elected comptroller. While he was in custody for hours, the city didn't have anyone in control. Who was trolling all the comps? He was counting all the comptrolicons. It's a stupid name for a job. Why are so many people running for the job? Because New York City, hello. What's up? No. Why are so many people running for the job? Because New York City has adopted a system called ranked choice voting, where voters rank candidates in order of preference rather than pick just one. Because voters can list multiple names on their ballot, candidates are telling the supporters who else to vote for. So far in the race, my two guests tonight, Mamdani and Lander, have cross-endorsed each other, which I believe, there they are, Mamdani and Lander, which I believe means when you vote for both of them, you can just use their celebrity couple name, Mamdander. We'll be right back with Idris Elba.